Hey everyone, and welcome to my first YouTube video ever. I'm doing this on my phone, so the video quality and sound quality might not be up to speed with some other YouTube channels. One of the things that my kids love about coming to visit with me during the holidays is we get to get out the Hoth Legos and play with Star Wars Hoth Legos, and I only really get those out during the holidays. So I'm gonna show you what we're talking about here, and so here's a collection of some Rebels and Snow Troopers and so on, and then there's a big box of Legos, and you can see we've got like some pieces from Echo Base and some turrets. Here's our little Bacta tank here, and we got the Wampa. This is what I'm talking about. I added a Christmas tree and a Tauntaun. So what we do, we used to just get them out and play with them. And now that they're a little older, we actually run scenarios with Brick Wars. And here I just printed out a copy of the 2005 edition of the rules. Put it in a 3-ring binder. The rules are free and they're available on brickwars.com. And you can see that brick is spelled B-R-I-K. So here's a shot of the game table, just cut out styrofoam. One of these days I'm going to paint them to be grassy hills, but since the holidays are coming up, I'm going to leave them blue so that we could be playing on like a glacier or a snow field. So let me show you what I'm talking about as far as custom addition to this set. Here is Jedi Santa. It's not focusing very well. And he needs some lightsabers. So I had a hard time deciding what kind of lightsaber blade Santa should have. If you go with red, it's going to match his outfit, but he's going to look like a Sith, and I don't really see Santa as a Sith. So I decided I'm going to give him some candy cane lightsabers. I think it's going to look really great. So I've got here our 2 white lightsaber blades, and here is some automotive pinstriping tape, 1/16 inch wide, and I just ordered that off of a popular online retailer. I'm sure you've heard of it. You can basically get anything from this retailer. So do a search for automotive pinstriping and find some red 1/16 inch wide pinstriping. Okay, so here is my first attempt at this. And initially my concept was to have 2 stripes going up the lightsaber blade. And so the first stripe I got on there, the pitch, I tried to set it wide enough so that it would accommodate a second stripe. Now that I've done the first stripe, I think 2 stripes is going to be too busy. So what I think I'm gonna do is attempt to, well, I've got another blade here, so what I can do is try that one, and I'll just go with what I think is best. I'm gonna try 1 stripe, but with what I think it's a finer pitch or a tighter pitch, and see how that works. This looks okay. You could see if Santa likes it. I don't know. Give me a sec here. Okay, Santa, what do you think? I think 1 stripe, not 2, and I'll just put a tighter pitch on that. So I'll do that here in a second, and I will try to set this up so that I can record myself doing it. But this first one here was just a practice run to see. So just stand by. I'm gonna do the second blade and see how that looks. and then I will try to set it up to show you how to do one of these. Okay. So now I've done the second one. Trouble focusing. Come on, Santa. And the second one I definitely like better. What do you think, Santa? Yeah. Yeah. Well. I don't know, maybe something in between. I think the one in Santa's left hand is too busy. And the one in his right hand is better if I can get the pitch slightly tighter. I don't know. Leave in the comments what you think is the better candy cane. I think this one in his right hand is better. So I'm going to go with that. All right, so we're just going to take a length of tape. And like 5 inches is way more than enough to do this, so but it's an easy length to work with. Okay. Take a sticky residue here. What is that? And just take the corner. As you can see, yeah, you can see what I'm doing here. Okay. Press it onto the end. Look at Santa's other lightsaber because I want to make the pitch as close as possible, otherwise it's going to look a little funny. Okay. So we get started here. Oh, and here's an important part. The tip there. See how I've placed the corner sort of at a 45-degree angle, and that helps you come off the tip to go around the cylinder at an angle, and it's going to have to be adjusted at first, and then once you get it started, then it's just a matter of controlling the pitch as you go. Okay, so you can see this. Okay. All right, let's compare it to the distance. Okay, so I'm going to need to tighten that pitch up a little bit to make it match. So I'm just going to back up a little bit. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go pretty much close to the end here, and then let's try that. Okay. Do one rotation. And we'll compare the distance. Okay. Gosh, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good match. Let's go with that. You see, I'm just going to go. And as I'm unrolling the tape onto this, I'm watching the size of this white gap. And I just want that to be uniform as I go down. So if, for instance, I had to make a correction, I would just unpeel a little bit and then adjust the angle and then continue. Okay. Looks pretty good. Okay, now I can switch ends and continue watching the pitch. See, this gap is smaller than this gap, so I'm going to back up a little and get it back on track here. Should be the same width. Okay, much better. Okay. Gap of these two white parts is pretty close to equal in size. Okay. Apply a little more. Check. Oops, whiter here. So go back a little. Reapply. That's looking okay. Still wider. I don't know why I have this tendency. I'm applying it too wide. That's gonna bother me. Okay, there we go. Okay, looking good. Looking good enough. A little wide. I did it again. Okay. Ah, that looks great. Okay. And still a little wide. There. Okay. So we're going to get to the end. And we are going to fold the tape up over the top like that. And we take our hobby knife and just cut. I'm not worried about cutting into that plastic. Disclaimer, this video is not endorsed by the Lego Corporation in any way. So, and as far as I know, Santa is public domain. Okay, well, it's close. The one in his left hand still has a tighter pitch than the one in his right hand. I'm going to redo. Gosh. What do you guys think? I'm thinking. What do you think, Santa? I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to undo the tape on this one, and I'm going to make it even longer pitch. Okay. This looks too busy, and I don't want it to wind up looking like a barber pole. I want it to look like a candy cane, and to me, this looks more like a candy cane. So I'm going to undo this one and reapply the tape, or apply some new tape, and then I will show you the finished product. All right, the candy cane lightsabers are finished, and as you can see, Santa is ready to take on the Wampa. And just zoom in. Let Santa say, FYI, yes, Santa's sleigh is being pulled by Malamutes. Those are from a different set, but Santa needs to borrow a sleigh. So here we go. Hi, Santa. Let's get him out of there. You can see the lightsabers. And quite by accident, I got the pitch like just right. If you hold them up next to each other, they line up absolutely perfectly, which was, like I said, it was a complete accident, but a happy accident nonetheless. Also, you might have noticed earlier and might be wondering about these snow bases that I made. Okay, for my Hoth Lego set. So the snow bases, what they are, these are hobby bases for wargaming. Okay, for instance, Warhammer or Warhammer 40K. It could be other game systems. You can buy these. Let's see. I don't think these. Oh, they are Games Workshop, but other companies make them. So what I did is I just took a Lego. Not tile, plate, 1x2 plate, and held it up with another Lego, held it up to a drum sander and sanded the bottom very flat. And then I just used some plastic glue and glued it to the base. And then I had a Lego brick I set up on top of here when I spray painted the base white, and that's because I didn't want paint. You can see I got a little bit of paint in there, but I didn't want paint on these two studs here to gum up whatever I was going to place on them. So I made up about, maybe 20 of these snow bases, and I have well over 50 bases that are painted green for the other Legos and wargaming. So again, be sure to check out brickwars.com. It's a really, really simple wargaming system. Easy for kids of all ages and fun for adults too. So ho, ho, ho. Happy holidays. I will make another video sometime soon, hopefully. And yeah.